Alright, so I'm going to let you all choose.
Whoa.
Instead of pulling them randomly, you get, and there's one more, hold on. So I picked these from the Lidl today.
Whoa.
So, pick you. Well, I may choose for you as I'm reading the bag.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
This is, alright, so let's do, I'm going to do, based on what I know of you two.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I love it when
Obviously.
you just
No, it's
tell us.
important to like be aware.
Yeah. I mean, my intuition is saying we're going to go with this one.
That's what I wanted.
It is an IPA,
Correct. And
That's what we both wanted.
and it is marmalade and pine aroma, caramel and apricot flavors with a bittersweet finish.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
So,
Nice.
I got 2 mugs for you
Wow.
Thank
because, you know.
There's a big dog
Fancy.
over here.
I drink a lot.
Big dog, little dog. That's how we describe ourselves.
Was that one of the names that you pitched for the show?
Yes.
Yes, big dog, little
Big dog, little dog. It has to be said as such.
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
Then we said that's too difficult for people. They would maybe say big dog, little dog.
yeah.
Oh,
and also
God,
since
if they don't say it right.
And I am the big dog, and I'm the shorter person, so
It's hard for them to
Yeah.
do
it's
the
just a
math.
lot of explaining.
It's like a Little John scenario from Robin Hood.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
Exactly what we were
Yeah.
thinking, actually.
I get
Exactly.
it.
It's scary.
All right, so we're gonna try this Lac Lemon Brewery, which I tried at Lac Lemon last night. This is
Okay.
called Brave Hop. I get it. Kind of like Braveheart, but it's
Yeah.
Brave Hop. But they should have a bunny on there and a tartan. Would be awesome, by the way.
Ooh la la.
All right, that's a nice looking
This
beer.
is actually giving Little John.
Yeah, yeah.
This is very. What do they say? Hootalally?
Hoodalally.
Hootalally hoo.
Hoodalally. Get it, big dog.
All right, and we don't have to share with an audience tonight.
Yes.
Yes, you guys.
All right, so that is our beer. These are our queers. Cheers.
Cheers.
So let's do an episode.
Let's do it.
Ooh.
That was a good choice.
Yeah,
That's
very
really
nice.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's really,
Very
it's
nice.
us.
It's really us.
It's us.
We
Yeah.
love
It's
IPAs.
We love
Yeah.
it.
Tell.
We really like it.
We really like IPAs.
We're like really
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
But honestly, before we were doing more like light beers, but we've collectively switched.
I'm definitely like a Corona lime, like
Okay.
backyard beer type
Yeah.
of person. But then in Toronto, it's very beer culture,
It is.
Yeah.
and so
I
yeah.
can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I typically hate IPAs,
Okay.
but this is for you two. But I have like the right IPA because this isn't super hoppy. Like you get that little bit of that IPA flavor
Yeah.
at the end, but
Yeah.
it's like really nice flavors in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it in this cartoon glass.
Yeah.
Yes, well
It's a
that's
cartoon color as well.
that's the big dog.
This big dog.
Big dog. glass.
Big dog.
Little dog. glass.
All right, so this is Beer with the Queer, special edition, and we are here with the stars, the writers, the creators, the stars of She They, which is killing it with its reviews and critical reviews, by the way. I've had not a single critic here. Critics reviews at the Edinburgh Fringe, and we have Bronwyn and Sophie.
Thanks
So
for having us.
absolutely, thanks for doing
so
this.
fun.
Yeah. So not important. My regularly scheduled show is not happening tonight because people are homophobic, but we are shooting an episode of Beer with the Queer regardless because we have the beer and we have the queer. So let's do this.
That's it.
So-
Okay.
How
And-
long have you two been? I feel like such like a chat show now. So how long?
it.
How long have you two been working together? How long have you been doing comedy together and acting?
Okay, hardball.
Hardball. Long time.
Super long.
But we were friends first.
Okay.
And so, even if we weren't writing for the show, we were still writing as like, kids together just for fun, like
Yeah.
creating skits and developing ideas. But I would say officially, we started doing improv and stuff in 2023, and then there was Montreal Sketch Fest that
Mhm.
we were writing for, and we took a sketch class, we were writing in there too, so I think 2023 onwards, but
Okay.
unofficially since like 2016 and around.
That's when we met.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when we
Yeah.
And that's when you just realize like there's chemistry, right?
There
There's
is,
Yeah.
and I think other people are noticing it too. We just have similar humor.
It was very other people telling us. to do something. I don't. Yeah, neither of us were like, this is gonna be great.
This is
Yeah.
what we should-
Yeah.
But
Great
everybody's
idea.
like, this is what you should be doing.
Yeah.
And then a stranger tells you, and you're
Yeah,
like,
and then a
okay.
stranger tells you, you go, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's so funny because as performers, the amount of times like my partner can tell me that I'm funny or something, and I'm like, yeah, thanks. I believe that you believe it.
Yes.
But the moment a stranger was like, that joke's hilarious, I'm
Yeah.
like, I fucking
Okay,
told
now I
you.
believe
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I know.
And he's like, I told you. And I was
Yeah.
like, no. You don't understand. A stranger has
Yeah.
validated me. Do you know how important that is?
That's huge.
Really important to me.
They don't care about me, and
Yeah.
they like me.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes,
There's
for sure.
nothing
Um,
to lose.
Okay, so let's go softer question.
Thank you.
Yeah, when did you lose your virginity? I'm kidding. No.
Did.
Just
Granted.
little softball here.
Pretty recently, but okay.
No. I will say one of the things I loved about your show is that you guys talk about the sensibility being the same and the humor being the same and your type of humor. I think you two work off of each other so well that and it feels so natural, and that's what I think elevates your show so well. Is the sketches are funny, the ideas are funny, but your ability to start a sentence and finish that sentence, to start a thought and then let you have that thought for a little bit longer and know when to chime in, and that is something that feels like you said, been friends since 2016. Only kind of worked together for the last 3 years, but it
Yeah.
feels longer than 3 years with how comfortable that is between you.
Yeah.
And so that's a real testament to kind of, it's obvious that you like each other as well. Which is nice.
So here's where we want to say that we do not
Right.
enjoy
It's
each other's
just kind
company.
of, yeah.
We wanted to do this. We were
For a long
holding
time.
this exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I feel that too. Like it's not. That's the other thing is once we started doing it, you're aware you can't. Like we've both done improv
Yeah.
with lots of people. Improv's always fun when it works, and it feels like lightning in a bottle. And
Yeah.
so to do improv or a sketch with someone who every time it works,
Mhm.
that's you're like, this is.
That's such a unique thing.
It's
yeah,
pretty.
yeah.
It's unique and it's nice and it's it is true that I never feel like Sophie's not going to pick up what I'm putting down or vice versa. So that gives us total freedom on stage, which is really nice.
Yeah. And I feel like at this point, we know our characters very well. We've recently we've been spending a lot of time in Scotland improving in our characters.
Yes,
Like,
rather than rehearsing, we'll be like, what would they do right now?
Yeah.
Right. How
a
would
little
they
premise
react
prop,
now?
Yeah.
and we'll just get really stuck in the characters to the point where now I'm almost I would love to do you know how we have our reply guy doc? I almost want to see each of them
Yeah, in the
in
doc.
a doc.
Right.
It's just
Yeah.
you got to see these people in an outside world. It's
Right.
amazing.
But that's why it's nice on stage, because if the script is kind of thrown out a bit, we know what our character would do. And I think
Yeah.
that's how we support it.
But I do want to say, the script is rarely thrown out. And
No,
people often think there's no
Yes.
script. And it's no, this is a pretty tight
Yeah.
40-minute script. There's not much wiggle room,
Okay.
I would say. Of course, there is within, a couplet, but not,
Yeah.
you can't go off the rails. So, but that's funny. People always think
You're
it's improv.
and that was all improv.
Yeah.
Well,
That's kind of a testament, though.
Yeah.
That's the in the stand-up sense. That's the world of people think you're just making it up on stage,
Yes.
Mhm.
and you're like, I've written this for 10 years.
Yeah.
Worked this
Yeah.
out. What do you mean this is? But I also say that's one of the problems with comedy in general is the better you are at it, the more everybody thinks it's easy.
Yeah, I hear
Yeah,
that.
Does
exactly.
that make sense? And it's no, it's not easy.
Yeah.
I'm just good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not easy what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're just good at what you're doing.
Yeah.
So who does most of the writing in it?
Oh, we do it.
Is it real
It's
collaborative?
very 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's awesome.
We have a process of one person goes and the other person looks
Yeah.
at it, and
Mhm.
it's a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, sometimes it'll be I'll have an idea, and so Sophie will write and I'm very clear. I'm here's my idea, here's what I want to write, but it's almost too much to get out.
Sure.
And then so Sophie can write it, get it on the page, and then I can go in and be da 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 da, and we do that a lot. Or we'll both be let's just both write, you do these two, I'll do these 2, and then we switch
Mhm.
computers and we go back in. So it's very we're writing at the same time, and then once it's on the page, it's you take that joke, or and we
Because you
try
know your
different
characters and you know what would
yeah,
fit,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And that part's more in flux. But I would say like the jokes themselves don't change.
Okay.
Yeah. We improv for sure, but it's not it's
Yeah.
sketch.
But it is a compliment for sure, because I
It's
feel
a
like that's like part of good comedy too. Is it feels like, oh, you're in the room with us creating the jokes.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
same time, so it is nice. But it's also like,
No, I want you to know that was like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Did I see when I went down a little bit of an Instagram rabbit hole on you? Did I see you did JFL?
We did. We just did
right
it.
before coming
Right
here.
before
Yeah.
this.
Was that your first JFL?
Second.
Second? Okay, brag much.
Sorry.
I'd love to go there, but
Guess you didn't
whatever.
stop hard enough.
And then one of the producers came to see our show here today.
Oh, that's awesome.
So sweet.
Yeah.
And she's here, so we'll send her. But yeah, JFL was really like they gave us our like you're
Like
a comedian in a
Stamp
way.
of approval
Like
type
we
thing.
weren't.
Yeah, I can see that.
I still honestly don't say I'm a comedian. Like I'm still like struggling with that element. But Just for Laughs came to our not first, but second sketch show
Yeah.
or third, one of those first few.
Mm-hmm.
A producer, Monica, and then she was
Shout
the
out
only
Monica.
producer there, and she championed us, and she got us into the
So nice.
festival.
That's incredible, though.
And
That's nice when
it
it
was
takes
so
one
nice.
person believing in you
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
And that was really, at least, I think for us, was like, oh, I guess
Yeah.
we're like doing something.
Yeah, it made
good.
us continue for sure.
Yeah.
And it was also nice because it was like JFL, but then at our like hometown theater with
Right.
Yeah.
all these comedians supporting us and also participating in it. So
Yeah, it was at
Very
like the
nice.
theater where, like, you know,
first or
You kind of
Yeah.
came
Yeah.
up. That's
yeah, but during Just for Laughs, it becomes like
Mhm.
a different beast. So that was really nice. And so now it's so, like, I remember how different that first year felt versus this year. It felt like, since we don't live there anymore, it felt like such a homecoming and so comfortable.
Right.
Mhm.
That was really nice. And it's a great festival. Shout out Canada. Shout out Just for Laughs.
Glad they're back doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're doing it.
Yeah.
I would say better than before.
All right. Well, I wouldn't know. I wasn't there before or yet, but coming for you soon, JFL.
Come
Watch
on
out.
down. Beer with a queer.
So I think it's interesting. So I tend to forget because I just find you funny, right, and naturally funny, and that as a true compliment. And to I was supposed to, this is not going to be an Oprah moment. But so one of the things about that is like because I'm pretty much purely stand up,
Yeah.
right? Like I've done acting. And I did take an improv class. Thank you,
Okay,
UCB in LA.
UCB
Not to brag. What's 101? Check. Thank you. Did I steal the show at the end? No, because there were funny people in it. And so I have an understanding of improv as much as I have an understanding of improv and acting because I've done acting and I've been around people that have done well into improv. I mean, one of them, I think, is one of the higher ups at the UCB in New York right now, and he's doing great. Shout out Michael Hartney, he's one of the best. He's fantastic. But so improv's such a different beast, though, and it's also funny because stand up and improv is kind of like the Jets and the other
Yeah.
and the other gang.
Yeah.
Someone's going to take my gay card for not getting that right there. Sharks and the Jets. Yeah. You don't need to know. It was a musical.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I thought you were like,
Yeah.
I was like Giants?
No,
like,
no,
I was
no.
like, were
Yeah, you thought I was going
sports?
sports. That's fair.
Yeah.
Not with
Like
this hat.
sports.
This is a musical theater hat. Also, my whole personality now. So there's always kind of been I don't feel, and partly is things I've said over the years too, maybe not as much respect on each side.
Yeah.
But I also think that's because stand-up comes from a very lonely place, and we think very high and mighty of that lonely
Yeah.
place
Yeah.
because it's our writing, solo, on a stage, nobody else around, having to carry that crowd.
Yeah.
Where we could look at improv and say you always have somebody to back you up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you also always have somebody that could trip you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so as much as it's like you have somebody that you can lean on, sometimes they're not always there. And so, at what point, and I guess pretty early on, I would hope with the two of you, you realize that, like, if one of you makes a swing, the other one's there for it type thing. And I
Yeah.
think that probable connection, like you said, that you've learned over the years, you two work so well together, that maybe that's that kind of hidden sauce in it,
Yeah.
that you can rely on somebody, and that creates, you know, almost, I want to say a harmonious union that is like, it's like one performer.
It is, yeah.
Does that make sense? Is
Yeah,
that okay?
it does. Yeah, and I think we often set the goal before shows of like, as long as we're having fun and making each other laugh, like
Yeah.
that's what's most important. And we have been thinking like, feeling bad for those solo artists at this festival. I can't imagine, like, we're just so happy that we have each other. But there is that element that, like, because we don't do improv in our show really, like we have
Yeah.
elements because it's our writing, there is that you can never really get out of your show. It's not like you're an actor and somebody else is the director, because you're producing, writing,
Yeah.
everything. You're so always thinking about what you could change, what you can improve, what you
Yeah.
can do better for each other, not
Yeah.
of each other, but just for ourselves collectively. But yeah, I think having somebody to do that with is very comforting, and because we're so understanding of each other's visions and like what our show wants to accomplish,
Right.
that's nice. It's not like we have like egos bashing and different visions.
It's whatever's best for the show. You
Yeah,
both want the
exactly.
show's success. Yeah, I assume as much. But,
No, it's true.
no, this is an accurate representation.
I
Yeah.
figure that.
I figure that. That's the camp we met at when you agreed with something.
Okay.
At like the end of the session, if it was like hugely important, you would go, I figured that.
Hmm.
Isn't that weird?
I feel like, was this a lesbian camp? Because
Well-
that does sound like a motto for.
It is.
Well, it could be.
Yeah, I figured that. Our council has ended. It was quite interesting. Yeah, I would say definitely. Sketch was like a big surprise, honestly, and we started doing it improv together. Like our first shows were
Yeah,
improv.
so, I'm sorry to cut in real quick,
Yeah.
but I am very curious going from improv, because that's one of the things, like, I went from acting to stand-up, and the
Yeah.
thing that kept me from stand-up was the writing,
Mhm.
right? Because it's like, can I write? I
Mhm.
respected stand-up too much to just assume I can write a joke.
Yeah,
And then, but that's the big difference between improv and sketches.
yeah.
Now you have to write, like,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
know.
And when
yeah.
did you realize that?
I think I feel like they're actually one and the same in
Okay.
a way. Like I do feel like improv, you're just writing on the spot, although you're not writing it down.
Yeah.
But it is like, I think improv's almost harder because you have to have the whole, especially if you're doing something like a Herald show or if
Yeah.
you're doing, or you're doing like a long form, you have the whole thing in your head. It's much more like improv. You're kind of always firing on all cylinders, whereas with sketch, once it's much more active. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
we write it, but
Yeah.
the writing part is almost done once you go on stage,
Mhm.
and then you're really just in your character and all that stuff. So I think sketch has almost felt like a cheat for us of being like, it's so fun, we love these characters, but I think improv's still something that like I do like feeling
So
that.
still a passion of
yeah,
that.
I still like
That
feeling
what could
like,
go wrong
yeah,
type thing.
Yeah.
and we don't really have that
Yeah.
other than like forgetting your line, which
Yeah.
is like
Exactly.
fine because we wrote it and we can figure it out. And then stand-up's a whole other thing that is like
Have either of you attempted stand-up, like a pure stand-up?
we write.
We write.
We
yeah.
write,
We
and
have bits.
we have bits and we have cheats and we
Okay.
both have like dipped a toe in,
Yeah.
but it's a whole other thing, and I think we've been really like so lucky to have. Obviously, like improv, you're alone, but you're always on a team.
Yeah.
So it's different, and then sketch, we have each other. So
Mhm.
I think when we see we're in a lot of stand-up spaces,
Mhm.
and it does seem quite lonely and hard. And I think if I was here alone or flyering alone or doing my show alone, I think I would be like so much harder on myself. And I say this like all the time, but it's so much easier to like believe in Sophie than it is to believe in myself.
Yeah.
And so I'm always just like, I'm never worried about Sophie, so it's kind of fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But if it was just me, I'd be like, I'd go home.
Yeah,
Like, I'd
it's,
go-
I can
I'd
tell
go home.
you, flyering solo is a tough act
And-
out
And,
there.
or I wouldn't,
Yeah.
but I'd be miserable. Like I'd.
And then you're mad that you didn't. I
yeah,
think, yeah.
or I don't know, but
Welcome
maybe
to my
I'm not
life.
like believing in myself enough. But that's
Well,
at least.
you're right. It is just easier to be like, I know Bronwyn has this.
So whatever.
Whatever, and we and we have each other. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if something goes wrong, I
Yeah.
know that you
And
can
I-
support
yeah.
me.
Sorry. Yeah.
No.
No, and I just want to interrupt
No.
because I do. But I act, and so in the auditioning space, I think I think actually I've built enough. I think I'm almost just tired of the solitude of the audition and the act. Like
Right.
that's such a. It's more similar to stand up where it's really just you
Mhm.
all the time,
Mhm.
and so this is just like a very true. I feel like every actor stand up is like it's just kind of chasing collaboration, and it's like to have it is like.
And having true collaboration, because you also remind me very much of, in a modern day reference, you'll understand, because you didn't get the last reference I gave you.
No, I
You
didn't.
also, it's fine. You also remind me very much of a younger Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers,
Yeah.
whereas they met. Have you heard this before?
No, that's just cute.
Yeah.
But whereas they met in doing improv, and
Yeah.
then they started doing sketch together, and then and they've kind of created this bond and this friendship where when you see them talking or on their podcast or interacting, you know how deeply they know each other, which means that any scene they're in together or doing anything,
Yeah.
they know what the other's going to, and so they have that instinct when it comes to acting or whatever they're doing, and I feel, from the outside looking in, that I feel that same kind of comfortable connection with you two, which is a joy for the audience to be able to feel that and see that. So if it's not true, don't fucking tell me, all right? Because I want to believe the lie.
It's real. It's real. It's so real.
Super real. What's your name?
Which
Sarah.
is it with a PH or an F?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it with a PH or an F?
PH
you should
or an
know
F?
this.
1, 2, 3. I want to say P.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
I want to say starts with an S.
Say with an S.
I want to say with an S.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for sticking around and doing an episode.
It's been so fun.
Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
I had every
I
episode
can't
of high
even
fives.
You believe?
That's an episode of Beer with a Queer. This is Bronwyn and Sophie of She They, and we're gonna go do heroin now. Is that what? Don't
Yes.
throw up gang signs at the end of the
no,
episode.
that's like 3-pointer.
Like-
because I'm really
Oh.
sporty.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I
Like
did.
Giants, like I didn't.
Yeah, obviously, super sporty.
I love sport.
I think that's the best way to end the episode.
Awesome.
Thank you all so much.
Oh.